Do you realize that we regularly distinguish between men and women without realizing it? Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Mawada binti Tobroni and I'm from NBF6A. So today I will talk about why men and women never be equal. Just like apple and orange, which are both are fruit but have different tastes, women will never be equal although there are physical, mental, and emotional difference between men and women in general. This is actually exclude equality between the sex. Equal simply implies the same as. So women and men are the same. Can men and women be equal? Men and women both play different roles in society, both important but not equal. For instance, women are said to have taken more days off in a year than a man due to maternity leave, but as a mother, they would need to take care of their children as well. I found article explain about women earn less than men every education level. It will affect to all women that can get equal treatment or benefit about working. I never thought this would happen if we still not realize that this can be happen in our working place. After doing extension research for this speech, it made me realize there's a lot things that men and women can never be equal in our workspace office. Today, I hope to persuade each of you to realize that men and women can never be equal, but we can change it all management sectors. First, women are the minority in the executive suite. Most businesses operate on a culture of constant availability to stay competitive. From full-time employees to managers, companies expect overtime, out of hours phone call and emails. As you rise in rank and responsibility, this expectation also rise as a result. It becomes harder for women to compete effectively with males when the extra burden of family responsibilities factors in. Most women today still take care of household duties even when working full-time job. This fact limit their availability to lock them out of potential leadership roles of creating a pipeline issue in the process. As such, there are fewer and fewer women as you move up to the corporate ladder with fewer women than men to replace them. As you can see at the graph, percent of workers in selected management occupation were women and men 2050 annual average. As you can see, line red is for women and line orange for men. For the manager or other, women get a lower uh, selection for this position and men get highest selection for this position. The second one is workplace sexual harassment is so common that it directly contribute to the wage gap. The prevalence of workplace sexual harassment and assault is causing a wave of resignation among women due to retaliation and the lack of penalties of abusers. Women frequently find it unpleasant to report such abuse. Victims believe that in order to put their safety first, they must endure job loss, job insecurity, and salary cuts, not to mention the financial costs associated with foregoing equity and the chance for career advancement once they leave their employers. What happened to women who continue to work in these unhealthy environments? Women who continue to work in environment where they are subjected to sexual harassment report lower productive, higher rates of anxiety and despair, and a sense of being unable to negotiate promotion and pay increase. The third one, women make less money than their male counterparts. Although the pay gap is slowly but surely narrowing. The progress made in the last 2 decades has nearly stayed. According to the Pew Research Center, American women working full and part-time in 2022 make 82% for every dollar earned by men. To put the number in perspective, women made 80 cents to the dollar in 2002 and 65 cents to each dollar in 1982. It's an even grimmer picture overseas. Women worldwide make an average of 20% less than the amount paid to men. According to a release from the United Nations International Labour Organizations, women's earnings are about 18% men's among full-time workers, and according to the latest BLS data. After decades of a narrowing earning gap between the sexes, progress has plateaued in recent years. Even though women are increasingly going to college, their wage premium evaporates as workers approach mid-career. Women make up the majority of the most common low-wage jobs. The conclusion is men, on other hand, are viewed as stronger, which reinforce the perception that they work longer hours than women. According to research, men are more likely than women to commit crimes such as theft, murder, and rape, and men are sentenced to prison at a higher rate than women. Women are sometimes considered to as the primary victim of war, since they lost their husband, fathers, and brother in warfare. The nation that men and women will never be equal extends back to the beginning of the time. Further consideration reveals that men and women have more different than commonalities in co-educational institutions. Boys and girls frequently choose career that the other gender does not, like engineering and fashion industry, in which there are often only one gender present in the class. Men appears brave, powerful, and confident, whilst women appear bashful, courteous, and feminine. As a result, society has come to believe that men are on average stronger than women. So that's all for my speech today. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.